Soos geef grave. God man lak. What's the life? What kind of life are you living? Is it an honest life? Is it a life that's filled with integrity? Is it a life of someone who's honest with himself and will manage everyone else around? What kind of life are you living? Ringana machit. What's the life you're living? Hambu shaya abantu. Always lying. I was about you a pathological liar. You just lie for the fucks of lying. This is about a time where I dated two girls at the same time. Well, I've always, for maybe 80%, been with two girls at the same time. But maybe then the 20% would be two girls that knew. And then the 80% would be deceit, lies, cheating. That whole space, yeah. So I've always had two girls at the same time. This goes as early as high school, where I'd always have two girls. The same hood, kaseli one mfethu mhlambe lo hlala kule kaseli ngayi top, omunye uhlala ngara enzansi. And then I check bonke mfethu. Qala la, and then ngiye ngara enzansi. But that was cheating. That was deceitful. That's how I lived in my young age. And by extension into my early 20s. At some point I stopped being about that. But when I stopped being about that, it was a huge compromise. There was this lady that I was seeing at the time, and we had a chat about me being with two girls at the same time. She's the one girl that knew about it, or knew about me, that I move like that. So much so that she would leave to come back. She would leave because she didn't want to be the second girl or the first girl or the other girl. Yeah, maybe the other girl makes sense. She didn't want to be the other girl. But she would come back because as hopeful as she was of what she might possibly get out there, she wasn't getting anything that would get to this level of what me and her had. And when she would come back, she would just we would rekindle things and continue. It went for a while that we were together, and then at some point I decided to reward her, which was cutting off the other relationship. The reason why I actually cut it off is because we had reached a compromise. She said I can step out of our commitment twice a year if I'm willing to forfeit the polyamorous space or the polyamory energy. Rightfully so, I felt it was a right compromise, and I gave into that. I gave into the terms. We got engaged, fast forward, never got married. We broke up. But I remember when me and her broke up, because we actually broke up because of that. So we broke up, we got engaged, she called off the engagement, and then later she came back again. But when she came back, what was on the table this time around on my side was the idea that I am not going to give you the same terms. So the terms that we had laid before are for before, because you left in any case. So if you're going to come back now, we're gonna put back the old terms. The old terms being me being with two girls or being with more than one girl. And yeah, it was that couldn't come to a conclusion, and we decided not to be together. But because I was so into her, and the way that the first time when I gave that up, it really felt, or I believe that we'll go all the way. But because she left, now it was I'm not folding, which I did not fold. She left, and when she left, it tore me apart. And I remember thinking to myself, I won't let this get in the way of the next relationship. I won't let this energy, this polyamory energy, get into the next relationship. So meaning I'll leave it at the door, and basically whatever that I needed to do in the relationship that I was going to be in, I was ready to do. In my mind, at least I thought. I got the girl, sold her a dream in a sense, and I'm mentioning this because that's why we broke up. She said I sold her a dream. But the dream in this context is monogamy, a monogamous relationship, one-on-one, imano imano, umfazi indoda, not mfazi indoda. So yeah, we pushed the relationship. It was solid, man. That girl, well, obviously not gonna name drop, but she had a beautiful spirit. Fast forward to, there was a time where, you know, when you're in a relationship, we are jola, everything is good. Kelo corner, she's nice. She doesn't do all these things, these funny things. There isn't anything that you could say would point to a possible breakup at the time. We were together for 3 years. The previous girl, we were together for 5 years. But it was a 5 years on and off, dog. Bugi 5 years on and off. Marale 3 years, bugi 3 years every day. Every day, siyachola. Chola every day. Alright, Twada. Comes a time, I was saying with a relationship, everything is happening the way it should be. It's as if you're having an out-of-body experience. And more it feels like there's a part of you that's not here. Right? It feels like there's a part of you that you left outside. There's a part of you that you compromised or you didn't take with you. It's not here with you. And that part of me was the part of me that I've always been into more than one woman. So I would find other women attractive. The only difference is I would not do anything about it, because in my mind, and I made a vow, for lack of a better word, to myself that I won't let this get in the way of the next relationship. Ironically so, it did. Not that I stepped out of our relationship and I cheated, no. I did what a man should do. I did what, in some way, I brought myself to doing and thinking that if you're going to live this life, if you're going to be the kind of man that you want to be, then the beginning stage or the first step to that journey is by being upfront. Not being upfront as in upfront from the beginning, but come forward with this information. I would sneak it in, man. The same way, I would sneak it in. You know, Tolas Bugele, a show, you know, I would just slot it in here and there. Because, I mean, it's the nature of the beast. I couldn't completely neglect that part of me. But I would sneak it in. In conversation. And then came a part where I snuck it in. And then we were watching TV, I think. And then she killed the TV, so she switched off the TV, and she said to me, you know, I've been taking notice of this thing of yours, this remark or this comment to more than one girl. And I thought this guy is just playing. But the more you say it, the more I start to realize you are saying something. She said to me, I want you to know that that's not gonna work. If you want more than one girl, it's not gonna work. I'm the only girl that should be here and in your life. That was said for 2 reasons. One is because that tactic did not work. 2, I knew right then and there that we have to separate. We have to go our separate ways. On the latter, I stalled on this whole idea, because when she said that, when she delivered the news to me, when she was like, yo dog, this, that, I didn't really have to sit and think, but I knew that my response would change everything, meaning it would be the beginning of the end with my response being, I pela mina girl, this is what I really want, and I tried. So we try to mission from that point on, try to be in a relationship, try to, not act like, but try to be normal. But nothing was ever normal, even from the jump, at least from my side. To her, things were normal because I was the guy. It came to a point where she didn't say to me, there's information that I'm leaving out. There's a lot of information I'm leaving out. I'm just pointing out the highlights. She came to a point where she said to me, you sold me a dream. Hey, bro. So when I heard that, when she said that, it stuck with me, right? It stuck with me. So much so that I really wanted to know what she meant when she said I sold her a dream. Fast forward to, okay, we need space away from each other to think about what you and I want, what you want separately from me, and what I want separately from you. But I knew what I want. Now the whole exercise was for me to search for answers inside myself from this question that she, not even a question, a statement that she put forward. You sold me a dream. So I wanted to get an answer to why she said I sold her a dream. And because I sold her, it meant I had to go look for that. She left, I stayed, we were staying together. Yazi mfethu isikhathi sakhona kulamalanga ama-fat and set. So me and her were fat and setting. Was mission a boy, smishine shortly before the pandemic. And then magazine pandemic I bene kanti baba sa fat and set fucked up. So she then went back home. Not back home as in bye-bye, but she went home for the sabbatical or for the break, right? So we can think. Magavaya, which is me, started thinking about that. I remember there were nights where I wouldn't sleep because I would think about that. I was searching for answers, and answers is what I intended to find. There was no way I was not gonna find those answers. Not in the way that I was rigorously looking for them. I was vicious in the process. I was unkind to myself. I sought the answers, definitely. And I landed on the answers. And then I understood what she said when she said to me, I sold her a dream. What she meant was, you came to me, you did not say this is what you want. We spoke about all the things that we spoke about, the plans that we made were just you and me and no one else. At no point did we plan with a third party in consideration. So now I have my answer. That's it. That's all I needed. I understood what she said. Now the idea is for me to tell her that, hey man, this is not going anywhere. This mindset where I'm at right now, it's not going anywhere. That relationship came to an end, unfortunately. Well, I don't know. Unfortunately in this context, but fortunately for me, because of where I am right now. And that's what happened. Because in my mind, when I looked at her, she had the emotional capacity to allow me and another girl. That's what I believed. That's what I thought, at least at the time. When that relationship came to an end, a new me was born. I had reincarnated in a way, because right then and there, I decided to learn so much about myself and how I can basically be about polyamory, be about one man, two girls. In the beginning, when I was getting into the journey, I thought to myself, I would be okay with me and her and him, right? So me, the girl, me, the nigga, and the girl that I'm with, if she's also polyamorous, then that's okay. She can have another nigga. So meaning it would be her and two niggas. I thought that would be cool. And because I was learning, because I needed to learn how am I going to manage this officially, because previously it's been a thing of, uyazicasha mfethu, yenza izinto zakho phansi kwamadayidingi, undercover mfethu, awufuni ukubona. But this time around, because it was official in my head and this is what I was going to lead with, that's when I started really going in. I was like, nah, you see now, I have no reason to hold back. And more so because the situation is iyalile mfethu yanalo mntwana lo. Now kunaleyo krach leyo, kunaleyo energy leyo ukuthi ayisiyabangena banamanga. So I started doing research just so I can educate myself. Because ngicanye ukuzi-educate mfethu, this one angasinqanye isigele siyaku-educate, yabo, sikufaka manje mina ngicanye ukuzifaka ngithanda ukufakwa abantu. And then one of the things that I learned was I need to lead with it. That was one of the things that I learned. That was my takeaway, I guess, in the researching phase. I need to lead with that. I need to lead with, girl, you're not going to be the only woman in my life. Maybe right now you are, but to set the premise, to set precedence, or to give you an understanding of how things are gonna flow, I would have to lead with that. Not ukuthi sizoploma, siplome sicaba kube mnandi and then mina sengiyafika. No. So in the shelling, dog, it's as if mouth hello, we are faggot riding there. Yabo? Twana, yo, leya energy leya boy. Behave, dog. I was on a rampage, basically. I was on a rampage looking for 2 girls that I'm gonna jola, that I'm gonna try the shit out. Ngifuna ukubona ukuthi ngihendlela kanjani ngayi. Twana ngishela bokela ababhaya mfethu in that period. Ngishela abantwana ababhaya fucked up to a point where bonke, if not most, bala. But because no ntwana ngilangikhona and kudala mfethu was operator from a place of scarcity, yabo, fears of being alone. I'm gonna die alone. That was my thinking, bro. That's why I would compromise or ngene kulama situation, not even my situation, kulama relationship, because the thinking was even if lesa sengncanywa asikho esinye songthanda. Poison yaphuma leyo mindset leyo, ngafika mindset ye-abundance. Mindset ye-abundance yafika yabloma ntwana esituleni sobukhosi. Boy bongishela mfethu. Bongishela enye into dog. Shela nje, manje ngiyashela. Ngalokha 1. Mangilokho ugirl wada ebuthebelele. She was Zulu. But no, it flopped because no, labo girl engizobafaka mfethu. This doesn't sound right, but it is what it is. Buka ama lab rats. Uyangithola? Bongizo prototype mfethu. I just wanted to learn, not to take it all the way. But it was just me getting 2 girls so I can learn how I would manage this officially. Uyangithola? Afaka isitoko sokuqala saploma. Angathola esinye ke lesi mangisithola lesi ses2. Ngisithola sixoxa ngayo riding le and then ngiyabona makamana axoxa uthi ugirl vele naye. She's in the same WhatsApp group. She's doing what I'm doing. As ugirl, uyangithola, she's seeing more than one nigga. And according to her, she tells the niggas. Uyabo? Nami mfethu ngafika ngaploma dog. Ntwana ngishuthi ne the way boy yazi kwesinye isikhathi mawuchita mfethu kumele usivume. Uthi awusho uthi awumnandi. Uyangithola? My nigga. I found that girl with niggas, right? Remember, I thought that's what I want. I wanted to prototype. I wanted to see what is right, what is not right. What am I comfortable with? What am I not comfortable with? Ngamthola anabo dude ugirl. Twana da kule mntana I think busi 3. Yeah, cause ngeke ngahlangana nenye ibhara yakhe, amabhara wakhe awu2 ephathini. Le mntana bekayishaya into yakhe mfethu. Boy, mangifika la. Lo mntana lo sekahlanya ngami ke. Cause the way ngimuva ngakhona, the way ngiyenza ngakhona izinto mangibamba nje uyathamba. Ngithola mangikhuluma into yazwakala. Ngayiplaga ke i2 yami. I told shoot from that point on bosengitshela vele nabangani bami yabo kunomunye umjita wami wathi kimi ayintwana ufuna thu nje athi ufuna thu nje ngamapilisi. Amtshela upoison uthi dog I want 2 girls at the same time. Ufuna ukubuild mfethu ikhaya based on abafazi about 2. Ntwana watayi sengizokubiza Mr. 2 pills. Yabo maybe that's what I need to go with, Mr. 2 pills. Yeah, ufuna 2 njengamapilisi yazi mabathi mbamba 2 ushaya 2. Yeah, that kind of shit. Ntwana ngaplaga ke yabo mili bami abogeli bami about 2 abacavayo ukuthi akekho yi1. Lesi bongicabanga ukuthi ngizoba grand ngaso. Sihlanya ngami kakhulu ke bospestera lesitoko lesi. Lo mntana lo mfethu yonke indawo indlebe yakhe ibingezwa. Mangikhwaza uyasabela. Uyangithola? Afike mfethu angiphathe fresh njengogeli. Yabo bosiphusha dog, bosiphusha mnandi. So fast forward sekumele ngirelocate, ukurelocate kwami sengiyacima vele la ngile. Grand what I'm saying is riding le there's this narrative ukuthi men cheat. Ngiyacava ngiyiphikisa. I'm not rebutting. I'm not arguing it that men cheat. I'm not. And sometimes some women have taken it upon themselves to allow that or to turn a blind eye to that kind of shenanigans, that kind of conduct emachiteni, you know, because I'm sure umchita is a good guy, wenza izinto grene mfethu uyakunakekela, awusokoli ngafokoli if akunamoto i-Uber hlezi uyakunakekela gayinya ukunyana nje yokubha ama-cosmetics ama-toiletries uyangithola lezo zinto lezo uyakunakekela mfethu untwana ukhona la uyamfeel i-presence yakhe then khona abosistera abazothi yazini I've been around, not in the most promiscuous way, but I've been around as I've lived, I've seen these things. Men are not loyal. Loyalty in the way that women package loyalty. They are not. And they're not, because this guy, if it's not for him stepping out, everything else, he ticks the box. He's fine. Then the girl will turn a blind eye. And in corner la babo sister where they about always combating that, bro. Always fighting. Yeah, why you gotta step out? Why you favor? And I can tell you 9 out of 10, I'm the 10th nigga in this instance. 9 out of 10 cheaters are cheating. The one is me. Is me that is upfront about it. When I came from that, I learned what I needed to learn. So unfortunately then, going back into it is because some of them would be like, yeah, so if I'm chill with that. That was one of the things that I found stupid in some sense. Because I have more than one girl or more than one partner, and then you as the girl, you want to do the same thing. And my gripe with that was always, yeah, but you are not being yourself. There's a huge disconnect between you and me. I am being myself. I am living my life. You are not living your life, at least not in the way that you desire. So it's changing you, not me. I am being what I want to be. You are being something that you don't want to be. But because this nigga is doing this shit, now we are reciprocate. And it takes so much away from you. There's even a chance that you will lose sleep over that, you moving in that way. So that was always my issue. If this is you and you genuinely believe that this is you, then by all means you can do that. But if you are doing it because I'm doing it, then yeah, you lost, bro. You lost. It's not gonna end well for you. That was my only issue with the whole conversation. Not because ifuna ukuchuna uwe. Uyabo? So having said that, basically into engishoyo mina is because men cheat. Ngizoyi-addressa to abantu abawuthi, ngizoyi-addressa to amachita, ngizoyi-addressa to abokela. Siqale ngabokela. Ladies, mantombazana, bosisi bendawo, bomuhle. If umchita wako, because that's also the other thing, right? If umchita wako, mina mfethu ngengaba in a space ngama-agency where mina nginemede one, amachita wonke bebana ama-side piece. Xoxa ngawo siblomile yive, sixoxa ngo-cherry made abantwana steady, sixoxe nge-side piece, right? And that's how they would move. So because I know that, and because you also know that men cheat, how about, I know it's a big ask, but how about if and when untwana uthika wonke ama-boxes, untwana uphethe grand mfethu, ngaphandle kwa-riding le ukuthi untwana uzophuma, everything else is nca, umnandi ziyawa, mfethu ungazidlali. Advice engekho fresh fund one nele ngukutshela yona, but don't play yourself like that, thinking that you're gonna leave that situation, you're gonna leave that relationship and end up with a guy that will be faithful in the way that you define loyalty or being faithful, right? Because there are two things that are gonna happen. Let's say you are right, but the chances of you being correct are slim to none. They're very tiny, considering with 9 out of 10 niggas cheat. They're very, very tiny. So you lost umchita, oshaya, opasa. This is an analogy, right? Stay with me. Opasi mensi nge distinction, opasi physics nge distinction. On a future grand. Okwazi ukunakekela, okwazi uku-understand ama ukhuluma. Onawe alkadeh like tot mfethu mama ukwazi untwana shows up. You wanna lose a nigga like that and go for someone who's less of a man or less of a nigga as far as the hierarchy is concerned. To top it off, that nigga then cheats as well. Imagine how you cheated yourself. Yeah, since we're speaking about cheating, imagine how you had played yourself. Okape umchita, okrent, otika wonke amabox except ukuthi uyafeba. Waya kulo lama box lo yabeka wathika, lo akawathiki. Last compromise fucked up. That we didn't compromise as much. Last compromise fucked up, and then untwana uyakudalela. And I say this not because iphuma endunu or iphuma le kude. Riding lenge ngayibona yenzakala 99 boh ntsende dog ngayibona ugela ashiya one of the niggas kunomchita wami wamshiya umchita mfethu saya boseva M Fest, yeah, BMW festival. Saya M Fest nomntana washiya untwana because untwana bekazidala, right? And then untwana yena bekacava ukuthi le medium the way amachita ayithuna ngakhona ayipusha ngakhona into yabo. Ugela wavaya boy, wavaya asukubuya. Did she not come back? She came back, bro, hoping that she'll get the same deal. Twana, so some niggas, once you leave them, they never end. Twana makangixoxela uthi ngangimtshelile dog ukuthi wavaya, usho ukuthi ufuna ukuvaya. Gela wathi where athi okay, mawungavaya yi mina ngeke ngokucofa. Angeke ichayile. Wabhoboka. Mawubhoboka dog. If you're gonna leave. Wavaya ugele dog, wabuya. Makabuya mfethu hayi. Wakokota untwana watayo. Angikho. Ungaphakathi. Yacabanga ile umuntu umkokotela makukhila uthulile endlini. Untwana yena azange athule ke wathi angikhona. But angeke ngikuvulele. Yabo ayi umntana wasincengelela. Umntana sekalambile ufuna inkawuzi, ufuna ukuthi amsha umntana wamtshela, umntwana wamtshela ukuthi ukushaya ngizokushaya ngenkawuzi. Sokulayita. Sizobhebhana fucked up. But if you are hoping ukuthi that will lead to back into a relationship that we had, it's not. You'll just be for that. Uzoba umuntu nje ngidla naye kuphela. That's that for abafazi. Ama-gents. So kunama qualities mfethu as niggas. There are qualities that make up what a man should be or what a man is. And one of the big qualities that come forward is integrity. Integrity mfethu, the way that thing is so important, it's the kind of thing that you are a man of your word. We out in engqondo ezwakalayo dog. Meaning you have accepted yourself as you. Whatever you are, whatever version of a male you are, ascending into manhood, you've accepted that. You don't hide, you don't lead with deceit. You don't lead with ubukirikiri. In order for you to ascend in becoming a man, you have to have integrity. Integrity ntwana ibaluleke fucked up. So if you have accepted yourself as umchita the way ungakhona, if was acceptile ukuthi ayitwana mina ngiyoshaya kasana, if you can't lead with that, if the people around you don't know that, you are cheating yourself of a life that could potentially fulfill you, a life that doesn't have to have you lie, a life that doesn't have to have you remember your lies. Because that's the thing about lying. When you lie, you have to stay on your lie. You can't be caught lying. That's the thing about lying. And that's why lying is frustrating, because you are caught lying. When and if you lie, you have to keep up with that. So whatever you had said happened. If utshele ugele ukuthi hayi bongine-hotman ngelanga elithize, ugele manga kubuza ukuthi hey baby, manje konje Friday, angazi lezi zinto zivela in passing angithi. Manje Friday this date untwana Friday. Ugele athi manje kanti Friday nisale nayani nayenzani? Ayi untwana sayenzani? Yeah baby, wena nomngani wakho. Umngani wami uyangithola ntwana, so shoot manje ngoba wena uqamba manga phela ugele umtshelile right ngomtshela yona. You told her what you said, you told her everything. But in your mind, because it was a spur of the moment thing, it was convenience that you said whatever you said. It left your mind, dog. It's not the truth that resides in your head. It's the lie that is outside the mind. It's the lie that does not get stored in your mind. So you lied, and then when you get caught on a lie, vele kushube boy, vele kunywe, fucked up. So if you're really about that, if you are the 9 out of 10 niggas that are deceitful, that are cheaters, and that's how you've lived your life the whole time, you need to reconcile with who you really are. And who you really are is what you do when no one is watching. That's who you really are. So if you have a maid and you're sleeping around, but your maid doesn't know, and you have to lie, you have to bring in your friends into the lie, all of those things, then you're not in a good place with yourself. You're not in a good place with yourself, first and foremost. That's what matters. You have to be able to sleep with your phone iplomile da. But because wenza lezi zinto ozithunayo, awuwazi ukugidla, uba jumpy. Uyangithola uba jump, uba easily irritated. Umuva nje okwe out engana gedegde. Uyangithola umuva kwe out engana gedegde mfethu. That's what's really happening. And mina ngi-employ amachita amayacava mfethu, local na international ayacava ukuthi boy, me I say phuma ngendaba nje ya. Phuma ngendaba dog. Mina right now I'm currently single. A situation ayisipananga mfethu alo yamntwana. Yabo there was a recent uputsununyana nje ofikile linye ipentshisi elihle futhi recently. Still, even with that dog, I led with this is my life. I'm not going to be exclusive to you like that. I'm not. If you are referring to loyalty as me being exclusive to you, that is not what I am. And the twisted part to this is you are expected to be loyal as ukele. I have to be the only nigga that you are with. If you're not okay with that, it's okay. We don't have to do this. We don't have to be together. There's no obligation for us to be together if what I am bringing forward is not what you're okay with. And it's okay that you're not okay with it. You and I are not the right match if you want to put it like that. But if you wanna be in my life, I need you to know, it's important that you know, Uguti, I'm not just going to belong to you only. I'm gonna be yours and hers. So chola nawe, chole nalo ya. The meeting part, I mean, we can have a conversation if you all want to meet, but mina lang prome khona okwamanje I don't think kumele nihlangane. But I need you to know ukuthi kuno mathapelo. Since wena usibongile angithi, yeah, usibongile kuno mathapelo, or if uvela umathapelo, I might be seeing you alone sibongile. But if kuna mathapelo engishaya ngayo, mathapelo ngizomvutha mfethu, and sizojola the same way mina nawe sijola ngakhona. Obviously the dynamics of that relationship are going to be different from the dynamics of this, because anfanani angithi, you are two different people. But I'll make sure that you won't feel like there's someone else. That's one thing that I know for a fact. Angeke uyifile baby. Le ukuthi mina nginomunye umuntu. So seta kahle izinto manginawe uzobhela makabhele emergency. Those are the details, bro. Those are things that you as the nigga, considering ukuthi ulethela abantu laba bawu2 elifeni yakho, ukumele uzimanage lezo zinto lezo, ukumele upolice ubohlise. You need to make sure that certain things don't pour into this and this side doesn't pour into that. It's your responsibility. It will be your lifetime responsibility to make sure that the line is drawn on the sand. That's what it means. This is this, that is that. Maybe if they start knowing each other or whatever, then umnandi mfethu izinto zakho zigrand, but still you have to be uvula ieyesana, uvula amehlo mfethu ukwazi ukumanage izinto zakho. Uyabo? So yeah, how about you become that nigga, bro? You know you cheating right now. You know, probably had a fight with your girl yesterday and she didn't leave. That's also the other thing. Yeah, and the one thing that I got from these girls is, you know, if you lead with that, some girls are gonna be like, okay, this nigga can lead himself. This nigga's not scared. He ain't scared. Nah, he's not scared of losing me or anything like that or whatever. But the fact that he's being upfront about this, just maybe, my nigga, she might allow it. Maybe she might be cool with it. Maybe she might reconcile with that. Ukuthi umuntu wami mina angekho one so too. angikho 1 so 2. So yeah, angipromote ubufebe, never did, never will. Even when I was doing it, it still felt a bit offish. Doesn't feel good, man. So mina ngifuna ukuba sneaky mfethu. I don't want to have to remember lies, what I said last week, that will catch up with me two weeks later. I never wanted any of that, and I never wanted to cheat in the sense of umuntu naye mfethu uyambona uyancanywa and then when uyamdalela, it's like you are cheating yourself, bro. Finish up will catch, but are you not cheating yourself out of a relationship that could have been doper than what you might have anticipated or imagined? It's like you don't love yourself when you cheat on your girl. It comes off as that in my head. So don't you want to just do it right from the beginning and manage what's true? Imagine uzofela manga, boy. Why not feel iqiniso? So you lie and then still uyacheziswa. So ucheziswa kumanga wakho. How about ucheziswele into kuyivara, into ekuwe, into esengqondweni, how you are becoming? How about that? How about you get crucified for something that you actually did, as opposed to getting crucified for something that you lied that you did but you didn't do? So the lie that you were positing, the lie that you were pushing forward, is no longer working. It doesn't suffice, bro. It's not working. It's not holding. So you're dying for something that's stupid. Something that doesn't carry weight. Also, you also share pambanweni for into engase yakho nokube yakho. It's not your truth in that way, but also cheziswa wena. So yeah, whatever I'm saying, whatever has been said, is not the gospel. These are just thoughts, bro. This is what I think should happen. Doesn't mean that's the way of life, but how I've come to live my life, I've come to live my life with peace. And as long as I'm okay with things, I'll manage everyone around me. Godman lako, choose cave gravy, stay fresh, get money, and save sex. So bonana matus.